they know and what they endure. Look at Borno, Benue State, sorry, beg your pardon. Look at Plateau, look at Nasarawa. Come all over the place and see the kinds of things that we're talking about there. We're talking about big villages being ransacked. We're talking about people being literally slaughtered. We're talking about hours and hours of brigandage. We're talking, nah. No, one is not being cynical. I beg his pardon. We're not being cynical. We're only saying that let's challenge you on some of the facts you are throwing up, that Nigerians themselves can have an alternative point of view and they can then make informed decisions. It's not about wanting to say that, okay, they've not done absolutely nothing. We're just saying that whatever it is that they are saying they've done is not good enough. And the level of paparazzi and hypocritical chest trumping that they do.
If you say it's not good enough, because during the past administration, Boko Haram itself almost...
That was just one event.
No, hold on. Boko Haram almost crippled the southeast, the northeast. And today it's not the same case. And still, yes, would you be living in denial if you don't accept
I alluded to the fact that we bought the equipment they're using to prosecute this war.
But the monies that you used to buy that equipment, is it the Commonwealth of this country's money?
No, we're not claiming that it's our money.
Then, of course, government is a continuum.
That's right. What I'm saying is that if we had not bought the equipment, what would they have used? That someone who has a military experience is now the president of the country and probably can better deploy military officers, that's not something that we can take away from President Buhari. We concede that to him. But don't put the wool over our eyes. There are other areas looking for his attention that they've not been able to attend to. And when you look at the security architecture that they even run, even at the level of interministerial arrangement between SSS, EFCC and co, you marvel.
Let's talk about corruption.
Okay. Let us talk about corruption.
Your party.
Yes.
The PDP.
Yes.
Let's talk about the perception of it now.
Okay, thank you for the word perception.
Has successfully given heartaches to Nigerians because of the amount of impunity that has happened within that period. And this government, compared to this government, it seems to have dropped drastically.
Okay, let me just say that with due respect to all Nigerians, one cannot excuse what is unexcusable. Any man who has put his hand in the till has a right to have his day in court. And when he has his day in court, if he's guilty, he has to be punished, because punishment is the only deterrent that prevents other people from doing same. Having said that, are you not a bit puked that this sanctimonious set of people seem to only see corruption around party officials of the last administration, and even when there are allegations and matters on the table for them to investigate around themselves, they seem not to know what to do. Suddenly, it takes them about 6 months to know what to do with somebody, their own SSG, who is cutting grass at a humongous amount of money in the midst of paying for the people.
But he was exposed.
Listen.
In your administration, no one was even exposed.
Even if when anybody was exposed in our administration, really exposed, Stella Odua is still fresh. She was relieved of the appointment. It takes them months and months to agree to anything that is wrong in the area. Maina, the man in charge of pension, was fired by us. Somehow, via their magic, they brought him back. And until the whole world started screaming, before they could now begin to tell us that he also escaped. He escaped. They couldn't put him in jail. They couldn't arrest him. He had escaped. So what are we saying? We cannot deny the fact that some element of narrative and comment and maybe espousing issues around corruption around government officials is going on. But we're saying that it has not been all-encompassing. They have suddenly seen that none of the APC former governors have done anything wrong. They have not seen any of the people that were in PDP before that they come to APC. None of them have done anything wrong. And suddenly, it is only a narrow confine of members of the opposition party. It doesn't matter. Our day, another day will come. Government will now always be in their hands. They will leave too, and then they will learn to know that sometimes it's better to, apply the law universally and not be selective in your administration of justice.
I'm just really looking to the figures on just a little comment on power generation, because, the previous government tried several times to see if they could meet that target. They didn't. But this government, they say they've got another target for 2019. We Nigerians really will hope that 10,000 megawatts target will be achieved. But
we've done enough of that.
Still on corruption, since you've spoken, we also need to get Mr. Adesina's response about the fight against corruption. Mr. Adesina, I do know that, yes, there's a lot of focus. It's one of the mantra of the government fighting corruption, which I don't see anyone in the country who would disagree with the fight against corruption. But some of the figures out there, because it was shocking to a number of people when that report came through that in 2015 that about 400 million had exchanged hands, albeit illicitly, within security. I think they use police particularly. And that was under this government in 2015, the report mentioned. But since it's one of the key focus of the government, are you concerned about the, number one, the impression, and I think you should be too, about the actual impact of the fight against corruption? Yes, you have your midterm report, but from your perspective, what you see going on, do you think you're making that desired impact, given the figures and several reports that are coming through about the rate or the spate of corruption in the country?
Thank you. That report you referred to, the police had responded to it, and I think we should stay with what they have said. But let me also mention that 2015 was an election year in Nigeria. This administration did not come into office till the end of the 5th month. And you know that in an election year, a lot of money will be flowing around. So that's a report that you quoted. It's not unlikely that majority of the statistics even were got in the first 5 months of that year, because it was an election year. But then, moving forward, we now know that in this country, stealing is corruption. There was a time they told us stealing was not corruption. But now we know. At the book presentation last week, the Minister of Information in his speech said, today, we have not said corruption has been eradicated completely, but it is no longer an on-the-table affair. It is done under the table now. There was a time that it was brazen. It was in your face. And they will say, go to hell if you don't like it. They didn't carry money in billions, but they did in trillions. The greatest achievement of the anti-corruption war, for me and for a lot of Nigerians, is that stealing is now corruption. If you steal and you are caught, you answer for it. There was a time you stole and it was brazen. It was with impunity, because the body language of those that led the administration was that, well, don't do anything to these people. But today it is different. It is different. We have a president who does not brook corruption in any way. We have the anti-corruption agencies that are not teleguided in any way. The awareness and the realization that stealing is now corruption, and that corruption is a crime, for me, is one of the greatest achievements of the anti-corruption war. The convictions and the trials and all that are just additions. If anybody wants to say it is only politically exposed persons in the other side that have been tried, what about the generals who have been tried? Are they members of the PDP? No. So, it's just looking for excuse to cover an inglorious past when some people begin to say the anti-corruption war is one-sided, is this, is that. As far as this government knows, the war is being waged and successes have been achieved.
Okay, well